Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Well, you can call it the calm before the warm. We are tracking 60-degree temperatures this week, and we'll let you know how long you'll be able to enjoy the warm weather before those white snowflakes start to fall. Plus, Mateen Cleaves back in court this afternoon. The former basketball star accused of sexually assaulting a woman. We've got the disturbing new testimony from court today. But first, the Detroit man convicted of murdering a toddler learns his fate. That story topping our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. William Warren was left to care for his girlfriend's 1.5-year-old son, Amir. And while in his care, that little boy suffered severe head trauma and sadly died. Last month, Warren was convicted of felony murder and first-degree child abuse. Local 4's Nick Monticelli was in court today as the sentence was handed down. And Nick, I understand that we heard there were some pretty tense moments in court this morning.
There were, Evrod. Good afternoon. Yes, understandably so. An 18-month-old boy is dead, and both sides of the family were in court today, and there were some tense moments. Nobody got into any physical altercations, but just a whole lot of heated exchanges between each side of the family. As you mentioned, William Warren was convicted of first-degree murder by a jury and child abuse. He was sentenced a little over an hour ago now to life in prison without parole. This after 18-month-old Amir Carver died of severe trauma. The prosecutor says he was beaten so badly he had bruises from head to toe, burns, genital bruising, and his brain was liquefied. A doctor said a blow to his head killed him. The prosecutor said it was a violent punching rage. This happened in August of last year. Warren was watching Amir, which was his girlfriend's son. Both of Amir's grandmothers spoke today, and so did Warren, saying he is being wrongly convicted.
This man is not deserving of any title except killer, criminal, child abuser, perpetrator, and child murderer.
He was a beautiful and sweet soul who just wanted to hug and kiss everyone.
I treated him like he was my own son. I would never do anything to hurt him, nor any other kid for that matter.
Now, there's a second defendant in this case, Brandy Wright, who is Amir's mother and at the time was Warren's girlfriend. She took a deal and pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter and child abuse in exchange for her testimony. Prosecutors allege that she was around and did have a part in some of this. Her sentence is 5 to 20 years. Now, Warren again was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. However, he does plan to appeal that. His attorney is working on new motions for a new trial and appeals all at the same time. We're live here in Mount Clemens. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Wow. All righty, Nick, thank you so much for the update there. On Detroit's east side, a high-speed chase ends in a deadly crash. Officers were called to the area of Charles Street near Mound Road about a man that had threatened a woman with a gun. There was a chase that ended on French Road near Shoemaker Street. After the man ended up hitting a tree and died on the scene.
The officer said that as he went over 94, he really accelerated, got away from them, but lost control of the car. He struck a tree.
And that's when he died instantly. Police have not released any information about the driver at this time as they continue to investigate. On Detroit's west side now, 2 people shot during a house party. It happened just after 1 a.m. at a home on Joy Road at Northfield. We're told that a fight broke out inside and that there were shots fired. And we've now learned that a 28-year-old man and a 27-year-old woman were hurt. The man is listed in serious condition. The woman is in critical condition. And so far, no arrests have been made in this case either. Right now, former Michigan State basketball former star, Mateen Cleaves is back in court as today is day 2 of a preliminary exam for him. The hearing will determine if he'll stand trial. You know, he's accused of sexually assaulting a 24-year-old woman at a motel after a golfing event back in September. Today, a witness took the stand and revealed what the victim told her after her encounter with Cleaves.
She's told me that she just laid there. I said, was he hurting you? She says, I couldn't fight him. I just lay there. That's all she said. She didn't say nothing else.
So the preliminary exam is currently at lunch right now, but it will continue this afternoon. Of course, we'll let you know what happened during the rest of the hearing coming up on Local 4 News first at 4 and at 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, over in Ann Arbor, police are on the lookout for a man suspected of assaulting a 21-year-old student. This all happened Tuesday afternoon. That student was simply walking to Starbucks when a man ran up beside her and cut her face with a safety pin. She believes that she was targeted for wearing an anti-Trump pin on her shirt. hurt. Luckily, the cut on her face was only minor, but police are still investigating. Well, we had kind of a mild start to the day this Wednesday, but we have warmed up. Now we're in the 50s, so that's kind of good, Paul. And it's only going to get warmer this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now you saw that sunshine on the Skycam shot. Temperatures have responded this morning. We're in the mid-50s in most areas. Notice, though, only 47 at Sandusky. The reason for that is you have some cloud cover up there. So we cleared out this morning, but then we have another band of clouds yet to come through. So we're going to kind of call it a mixture of clouds and sun this afternoon. You have some sun, then you'll have some clouds, and hopefully this stuff starts breaking up toward the end of the day. And we have a high temperature today. You'll notice it's not a whole lot really above where we are right now. We might be maybe 3, 4, 5 degrees above where we are right now, depending upon where you are, and that's because of some of that cloud cover still yet to come through. Huge roller coaster coming. Look at this, huge temperature swing, and wait till you see the weather coming with it. So we'll talk about that coming up in about 10 minutes, and also there's a meteor shower tonight. I'll tell you when and where to look as well. So again, all that coming up in about 10 minutes, Evrod.
Alrighty, Paul, we'll check back in with you in just a little bit. Still ahead here at noon, a Detroit-based business giving back. Find out how the company is helping after an unthinkable tragedy happening at a local soup kitchen. We've got the details on that. Plus, chaos all caught on camera of an angry crowd smashing a car window as the driver tries to get away. We'll tell you what led up to this altercation and who police arrested. But first, trains collide as more than 24 cars overturned and were smashed. What emergency crews did to keep the crew and community safe from this hazardous situation. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Local 4 News at noon. And as Metro Detroiters, we know that the need is great for families struggling to make ends meet, especially as the temperatures drop. And thousands could actually be in the cold this winter because they can't pay their utility bills. That's where Help Me Hank's live now with our phone bank. More on how you can give the gift of warmth, and it is desperately needed, especially this time of year, Hank.
You're absolutely right. I mean, a nice day like today, but who knows? In Michigan, the temperature can change at any moment, and it could be freezing cold, and there is a desperate need. Many people need the gift of warmth. That is why we're teaming up with Thaw and also with DTE Energy, who's sponsoring this event, to make sure that people are warm this winter. We are accepting donations. The number is 313-298-WDIV. I want to bring in the CEO of Thaw, Santil Jenkins, and we were talking about this on Facebook a short time ago. Unfortunately, the reality is there is a desperate need out there, and I think that people need to be aware that there are friends and neighbors that need help.
Yes, friends, neighbors, family, and you're right. You know, when it's warmer outside, when it's a mild winter, people assume that folks are okay, they don't need help. But on a day like today, you still need hot water. You still need electricity to help your children with homework, to run medical equipment. So there's a need that lasts year round. It just gets more extreme in the winter time.
And we talk about the need, and we've mentioned this a little bit earlier when we were talking on Facebook. Unfortunately, there are many families that struggle, that have small children, seniors who rely on medical equipment. Is that what you see a lot of times? The people reaching out for help are the ones that, you know, unfortunately are dealing with some tough situations.
Yeah, absolutely. About 70% of the households we help have a senior or a child in the home, and they're the most vulnerable to extremely cold or extremely hot temperatures. Yeah. And about 50% of the families we serve, they work. Yeah. And they just can't make ends meet, so that's where we're there to help.
Perfect. Again, the number is 313-298-WDIV. DTE matching your donations. We have one that just came in from Gilbert, and he pledged $25. We have another one from Alan, $100. From Carl, $500. Every single dollar counts. These volunteers are going to remain here all day taking your calls, and we appreciate any donations to make sure that Metro Detroiters are safe this winter. Evrod?
Yeah, thank you, Hank, and we appreciate every donation that's come in already. So once again, as Hank mentioned, we're going to be taking your calls until 6:30 tonight. Make sure that you give our volunteers a call. Let's go down to some terrifying moments down in Central Florida when two freight trains collide. You're looking at the aftermath and the damage that it all caused. The two trains collided and derailed early today, causing 20 other cars to overturn and a 15,000-gallon diesel spill. Crews on the scene have contained that spill, and we've learned that 2 people suffered minor injuries in this crash, but thankfully they are expected to be okay. And in California, some tense moments as a suspected case of road rage happens, and it was all caught on tape. Take a look. This was at a grocery store in the city of Temecula, which is north of San Diego. Witnesses and police say that a man started acting erratically while arguing with his girlfriend. He then grabbed her and fought with her, wrestling her to the ground. But that's when witnesses stepped in to stop this whole confrontation from happening. Witnesses say the driver tried to run over those who intervened. You can see him continuing to drive as they're attempting to get his window down or maybe even punch out his window. He was arrested just moments after this video was shot. Vice President Joe Biden now having lunch today with the Vice President-elect Mike Pence and his wife. And this all comes after Pence spent the first part of the week in transition meetings with Donald Trump, the president-elect. The meeting is expected to happen at the Naval Observatory in Washington, D.C. A local bank is making a big donation today to the Capuchin Soup Kitchen after the kitchen's computers were stolen from their after-school tutoring program. Ally Financial is donating $5,000 to replace the stolen computers. The donation is part of Ally's Giving Back Month, where employees volunteer and donate to help those most in need here in Detroit. And despite the break-in, the kitchen never shut down. They continue to run their after-school program, so they are proving that they cannot be stopped doing good here in Detroit. So we do thank them for everything that they do. Paul?
New at noon.
Well, what's new at noon is the fact that some of us have sunshine, some of us have cloud cover, but all of us have a big, I mean a really big change in the weather coming our way. First we go up and then we go down. I mean way down. I have the details and more on tonight's meteor shower coming up just ahead.
She had a picture-perfect life. She was on the honor roll, played sports, had a good family. Nothing about Brittany's life should have led her here to this abandoned home in Detroit. But then she tried heroin.
How do you go from your other life to coming down here?
Heroin destroyed Brittany's life for years.
So this is where you ate, slept, shot up.
A journey in recovery.
It's sad.
Inside the life of an addict, the raw, real truth of where our loved ones go when they're hooked on heroin. Tonight at 11.
Only it's
what sets.
Welcome back, everybody. We just checked in with our Hank Winchester, Help Me Hank, a few minutes ago about the need for donations to help out Thaw, help people pay their heat bills here in the city of Detroit. All day long, we're going to be taking your calls. You can donate by calling 313-298-WDIV. Local 4 is partnered with Thaw and DTE Energy to give the gift of warmth for this telethon. The Heat and Warmth Fund will use your donations again to help keep families warm during the winter and help keep their lights on as well. 313-298-WDIV. You can see our volunteers are standing by, and they will be there throughout 6:30 tonight. And thankfully, we started the day out a little mild, and then things are going to warm up just a little bit.
We're going to warm up big time. We'll be flirting with a record high on Friday, and then we're going to take a nosedive. And
No. You could have just stopped there with the record high.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll skip the epilogue and just go right to the main thing. All right. Well, let's talk about what's going on. First of all, right now we're still plenty mild. I tell you, average high right now is 49 degrees, and here at the noon hour we're already in the mid-50s. Notice the wind is light, although it will develop more of a northwest component about 5 to 10 through the afternoon. But overall, mid-50s right now. Upper 40s right now in Sanilac County, but you've got some cloud cover, so we'll show you that in a little more detail in just a second. Right now, we're in between two systems, a pretty well-developed system affecting New England. Another storm system that's pretty weak right now, but as I'll show you in a minute, this is going to become a lot less than weak. It's going to really intensify as it moves toward the northern plains. And here we are right in the middle where things are relatively quiet. We just have a little cloud cover around, and you can see the earlier morning cloud cover kind of broke up. We all got a lot of sunshine, and then notice how in the thumb here, you've got the next batch of clouds coming in. So it's going to be kind of playing tag with the sun through the afternoon. We'll have a mixture of sun and clouds. There'll be times it's sunny, times it's not. So let's talk about what's going on. Here's high pressure that's going to try and clear us out tonight, and that's real important for tonight's meteor shower. Now back to the west. This is where we're watching this developing storm. Tomorrow, we start to see the initial inroads of that warm air. So we'll see temperatures in the low 60s for the day tomorrow. And I've noticed I've kept these yellow lines on here. These are the pressure lines. When they start getting closer together, and when you see more of them start to develop as you see low pressure, that means low is intensifying. Look at this. By Friday, notice how close together those lines are? the closer they are, the windier it is. They have now issued a blizzard watch for this part of Minnesota right here. They're talking about 6 to 10 inches of snow with 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So this is the first time we're talking about a real winter system this season. But notice, here on Friday, we're on the warm side. We're going to have a nice southwest wind developing, and we're going to have highs that will reach the mid, maybe the upper 60s in some spots. But Friday night, this front comes in, a few showers with it, and we see temperatures falling into the day on Saturday. So for this afternoon, again, that mixture of clouds and sun, I think temps are going to kind of level off where they are now, maybe go up a couple 3 degrees in some spots. And then tonight, that's where we should start to see some breakup of the cloud cover, and that's important because tonight is that meteor shower, so let's talk about it. Now, this is one of those meteor showers where the best time to look is actually before dawn. So you might see a few late this evening, like 11, 12 o'clock, you might see a few, but better before dawn. What you want to do is face the north and look kind of straight up, and you should see, maybe you might see about 1 or 2 every 10, 15 minutes or so. All right, now let's talk about the big changes. So again, 60s tomorrow and Friday. Cold front comes in Friday night into Saturday morning. Temperatures will actually be falling Saturday, and we stay cold after that. But a lot of you are going to a football game Saturday, so let's real quickly talk about that game. Take a look at this. Temperatures falling. Temps are going to be in the 40s, 30s by the end of the Michigan game, which is a later game, and we might even see a few snowflakes or sleet by the end of that game, Evrod.
Alrighty, Paul, thank you for the update. Still ahead here at noon, a police canine actually shot in the line of duty. We'll show you how some of his four-legged friends helped save his life.
How should anyone at home believe you if they want to hire you? Give her the money back. You are breaking the law. What do you say to the people of Flint who say this has dragged on way too long?
I seen my baby. I seen her burn.
I'm so sorry.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna call Help Me Hank. Maybe he can help me.
Oh, it all worked out. I'm so happy for you.
Replay song. We want to remind everyone that today Local 4 has partnered with Thaw, the Heat and Warmth Fund, and DTE Energy for a Gift of Warmth telethon. The Heat and Warmth Fund, they're going to be using your donations to help keep families heated and keep the lights on this winter. Just call the number on your screen, 313-298-WDIV, if you'd like to donate. Our volunteers are going to be standing by in the phone bank until 6:30 tonight, so you can give the gift of warmth to someone this winter. Before we go, we want to show you this amazing police dog in Idaho who was actually shot on Friday, but is already back on his feet.
This is amazing. Jardo the dog was assisting officers on Friday when he was shot in the chest. Jardo was rushed to the vet where emergency surgery was needed to save his life.
Miraculously, despite major blood loss and losing his left lung, Jardo survived. And now just 5 days later, Jardo is up and moving around like his old self.
He's himself, he's Jardo, he's up and moving around, which is pretty remarkable given his injury, the extent of the injury, that he can get up and get going again as quickly as he can. But he is, as we keep saying, a tough, athletic dog.
This is remarkable. Jardo's full recovery will take about 2 months, but once he is ready, he's expected to return to the force. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
We know the police officers protect and serve, and now that's obviously extended to canines as well.
Yeah, every time I meet a first responder, a police officer, firefighter, I say thank you, but those police dogs are first responders too.
That is unbelievable. So we're thanks for a quick recovery. Sure. Again, the Heat and Warmth Fund, make sure you give them a call, 313-298-WDIV. Volunteers standing by till 6:30 tonight. Have a great day, everybody.
A bitter